Hello, everybody. Oh, I need to change this label. That's better. That's what we're actually doing tonight. All right. Welcome, folks, to Attack on Tuesday. My name is Taggart. We are going to do some offensive security work tonight, and we're going to focus on a vulnerability in the OWASP top 10 that is near and dear to my heart because I'm not very good at it yet, so I thought it was a good opportunity to practice. And what we're going to do is XXE, or XML external entities. And so we're going to start here in the Port Swigger Web Academy. Let me zoom this in just a little bit, make it a little bit easier to see. And learn about XXE. And if you haven't seen Port Swigger, they are the creators of Burp Suite. So they know their stuff. I don't intend on using Burp during this stream. I like to use Zap whenever possible, just to support open source software. However, I know there are a couple of things in this in the academy that do require a little bit more of the Burp Suite feature set. So if I need it, I can switch over. However, to start, we are going to take a little bit of a look at XXE and go through some of these exercises. And then once we have a hand on it, we're going to go through a try hack me box that I believe involves XXE. I haven't worked my whole way through it, but I saw something that kind of, not the walkthrough, but I saw something in the code that suggests that it involves XXE. So let's dive right in. So, Academy Home. This is where I am. I haven't done anything with my account, which is why I haven't seen it. There's no progress here. Will learning paths take me there? Yeah, there we go. XXE injection, that's what we want. Let's take a look at XXE injection. So to start, XML external entity injection is when we can use XML rather than necessarily SQL or even JavaScript itself or anything else. It's the format of XML, and use some of the features of the XML language to actually compromise the system. And there are some features of XML that let us do it. Pretty wild. So you can see that this external entity, right, we can define using this entity. I don't know if it's called a tag or a macro, but we can describe it. We define entity, we name it XXE, and we say that it's from the system, and say that it's file, so the system URL is the file, and then we're pulling etc password. And then we can include that with the ampersand here and reference that external entity that we've defined up here. And if it works, we'll get local file inclusion in the response. There are a few other really cool things you can do with XXE, but at first glance, at least for me, it's a little bit tough to parse exactly what's going on. So why does this matter? Even in today's day and age, there are applications that use XML rather than JSON to transmit information over the API, especially if you're using like a SOAP API. So XML really still matters. And you can see that there are more than one kind of XXE attack, right? XXE to retrieve files, that's what we were just talking about. You can use it to perform server-side request forgery because the external entity is defined based on a URL in the backend system, right? So you can try to use that to actually pull data off of other systems that you don't directly have access to. Or you can use it for discovery. Out-of-band data exfiltration, right? If you're not looking in the XML. And data via error messages, right? So there's a lot of stuff that you can do with XXE. Pretty interesting. You know what I should do while we're here is, because we're probably going to need it anyway, is just get up my favorite Git repository of payloads all the things. How am I not signed in? Oh well. With payloads all the things, right? So Swisky has put together this comprehensive list of payloads that you can use for testing all sorts of systems. And one of the collections is XXE. There's a really nice description of how to test for it here, right? And there are even some tools that automate it, right? XXE injector, things like that. We won't be playing with that just yet. And then detecting the vulnerability, right? Really nice explainer on how to detect the vulnerability. And then if we go up to the top, they have files and intruders that you can use to test against a target system that you're authorized to test against, I should say. So let's say that this is the XML that the application is sending legitimately, right? We've got the XML opener tag defining the version, and then we have the stock check element that has a nested product ID element and then a value of 381. Okay, what we can try to do to test to see if external entity is enabled is we can define this in doctype foo. We can define an entity of XXE, define it as a system entity, and then give it the URL of file etc password. And all of this is inside of this stock type tag. And then inside of the stock check, so we're still sending it the data that it's expecting, right? But we're also defining this other thing. And so once all that is defined, when we go to put in the value for product ID, we're referencing that external entity. And so if it's working, then we'll get etc password back. Hey, Lisso. Hey, listen, chill, take it easy. No human should be finishing work at 1 a.m., but I understand it happens. So we have our first lab here, real-world XXE vulnerabilities. There will often be a large number of data values within the submitted XML, any one of which might be used within the application's response. To test systematically for XXE vulnerabilities, you will generally need to test each data node in the XML individually by making user-defined entity and seeing whether it appears within the response. So nodes meaning if we think of the XML document as a tree, right, we'd have to check each one. Okay, so we're gonna activate this lab here, and we're not gonna look at the solution. And let me fire up my my pen test profile. And let's also get Zap going. It feels slightly wrong to use Zap to test on the Portswigger Academy, but I don't know, I like it. ZapCon just finished up today, and apparently Zap is getting a new reporting module that I'm really excited about that will allow customized, fully customizable reports and export to HTML, PDF, Markdown. I think a couple of other formats as well, but I'm really looking forward to that because as much as I love Zap, I have some feedback about the default reports that come out of it. No need to persist the session. Okay, so I'm just going to take this. Fine. I'm just going to take this URL. Stop that. And bring it over into the pentest profile. Okay. Getting data into Zap. Include that in a new context. Let's see. Resources. I don't see any XML yet, but we might get there. All right, let's see. If we look at any of these, what technology is this? Not telling me. But did I get links back? I did. So let's quickly spider this thing. Some post requests going on here. Okay, well, the sitemap isn't going to be anything. This is a weird behavior. I think I like it, but I'm not really sure. That by default, Zap is going to attempt to access robots.txt and sitemap.xml no matter what you do. All right, there's our product catalog, which I'm not seeing, but there's products. Am I still seeing not found? Okay, so the images are in here. Content is not found. So interesting. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Product ID equals 1, store ID equals 2. Content is not allowed in Prolog. Interesting. So Zap might be sending dumb requests. Let's see what happens when we actually go get something. Product ID equals 1. What do we get back? Look at our history. Switching protocols. Stock check. You are large. What are you? You're CSS. What is this? What's up, hacker? Oh, Scandroid. Where's my XML? Let's see what happens if I check stock. Here we go. We finally were able to find some XML that was getting injected. So what we'll do with this then is we will attempt... I'm going to just line break this. This shouldn't affect... Yeah, this shouldn't affect anything. But let me go get the test string here. We're going to use this doc type root. And throw this in here instead of the... Oops, nope, my bad. So if we doc type root, I'm actually going to call it MT. Because I'm vain like that. And then ampersand MT, right? For product ID, and we'll test it there first, and if it works, cool, and if not, we'll try the other one. I think that's why they were saying, like, test every node. Yeah, ampersand, name of the thing. Oh, wait. I did it wrong. That's not what we changed. Entity root. System. Oh, no, sorry. Hold on a second. Doc type root entity MT. There we go. Okay, now let's see if we can get anything. Oh, yes. So that was, like, really easy. We don't get that lucky in real life, but as you can see, we got our users back. Now, if I reload this, yep, okay, it did detect that it was solved. So that's like the best possible situation with XXE, right? Where you easily just define it here, and then you include it as the value, and then it fills it in for you. Not usually that easy, but still cool to know. All right, let's go to close this. Let's go to continue learning. Portswigger, if you're listening, we need to have a discussion about your site navigation. If I click on a lab, it should open up a new tab so I don't lose my place in the instructional material. That's just like basic instructional design. Don't make me lose my place. So we just did, local file inclusion with XXE. And the other thing, or another thing that we can do is exploiting XXE with SSRF, server-side request forgery. Also not my strongest suit, so going to be fun to practice this. So the basic idea here is we should be able to use this to access internal assets if there are any. It should be a blind SSRF attack where we don't necessarily see the results. So to exploit an XXE vulnerability to perform an SSRF attack, you need to define an external XML entity using the URL that you want to target and use the defined entity within a data value. If you can do so, you will be able to view the response from the URL within the application's response and so gain two-way interaction with the backend system. It's a very florid way of putting it, Portswigger. If not, then you will only be able to perform blind SSRF. All right. Well, let's give it a try. No, I did the thing again. Let's fix that error. So click forward. All right, we're gonna exploit XXE to perform SSRF. I'm gonna click access the lab. I should have read the thing. The lab has a checkstock feature that parses XML input and returns any unexpected values in the response. So again, I got to open up these other tabs. The lab server is running a simulated EC2 metadata endpoint at the default URL, which is, so the objective here is to inject this as our entity and get back data from it, I believe is the situation. So we're going to throw this into our pen test profile. And coming back over to Zap, I'm going to clear that old site and clear that old context and make a new one. Okay. And we can cut right to the chase a little bit more easily here. Some of these products are the products of a deranged mind. All-in-one typewriter. Check stock. They have plenty of all-in-one typewriters if you're interested. Where's my XML? There it is. Okay, so same deal. Gonna go get my payloads again, but in this case, We're going to try... Is it still system? Oh, snap. What's up, everybody? Good to see all ya. We're just hacking on some XXE here, learning the concepts, and then we're going to head over to try hack me and attempt a box there. So, catching folks up, XML external entity. We're using XML protocol and some of the features of the XML protocol to exploit systems and get information we ain't supposed to have. Nah, we're good guys. We're good guys. Don't worry, Rick. We fight for the users. Yeah, this is the URL that we're attempting to get information from. And we'll put that entity definition in here. Invalid product ID, latest. I think that might have done it. Not solved. No. Yeah, it's a really solid set of instructions for the especially the OWASP top 10 vulnerabilities. Interesting here. Okay. We'll try it this way. So that's a little bit different, right? Where they're using the element in the doc type as well. And this percent sign. And should this be double quotes? Possibly. What's up, Pico? GoPro, what's up? Thanks for the follow, Gromit. Truly appreciate it. Alright, so this looks about right. The entity MT was referenced but not declared. It's right there. Yeah, I don't know if the quotes make a difference or not. Apparently I didn't describe the entity, though. That's new. That's news to me, seeing as it's right here. Oh, you know what? It's because my doc type and element didn't match. Ooh, interesting. I believe I'm actually... I don't think it's supposed to be blind in this one. I believe I'm actually supposed to be getting data back. Yeah. I'm supposed to be getting an IAM key back. Yeah, sorry, no. I'm not doing anything with the PS4. So interestingly, it is. Yeah, let's see. Now, okay, invalid ID, product ID latest. So that node might not be, because I'm not getting, like, something's up with that. So I'm going to try a different node. Dang, y'all coming in droves tonight. That's the store ID. That's interesting. I don't think that's right, though. No worries. Let's see here. Still getting 423 back. Oh, no, there's the invalid product ID of latest. Now, for sure, that's not solved. So let's go back to our... Yeah, they're still doing doc type foo, so that's fine. Entity XXE, system. Yeah, this should be working. So let's see what else we got going on. Bring the store ID back. System. Thanks for the follow, Gary. Let's make this one line, just so it's side by side visible. Let's see here. Entity, XXE. I mean, I don't think it matters that I'm calling it. Invalid product ID latest. Maybe I'm hitting the wrong piece. That returns any unexpected values in the response. No, we're in the right place. Let's put it in there too. Add a new node with your custom entity. It's a good idea. Do we have to define it at all? I think the latest is what I'm getting back too, but it doesn't seem like I'm supposed to be getting a key. The markup in the document following the root element must be well formed, which it isn't. Yeah, it says it simulates AWS metadata. It should be a key. Like an I. Yeah, an IAM key, which this definitely isn't. Thanks for the follow, Webjug. Yeah, which is this. Oh, a specific address. Is it like... Yeah, hang on a second. Oh, AWS. Thanks for the follow. We're hacking live. We are indeed hacking live. Security credentials. So we're just going to keep doing this. Admin. Let's go. That looks pretty good. Let's see if that took that. That's what's up. So the trick there was we actually needed to find out what the metadata URL was. Cool. All right. That was cute. All right. Do I want to do the blind finding hidden attack surface area? Attack surface for XXE injection vulnerabilities is obvious. All right. I want to go hack something for real. Portswigger's cool, but I want to do something for real, especially with all y'all here. So we're gonna go do some try hack me. Let me get the tool chain set up here. This is from the blue team stuff we were doing on Saturday. All right. So first thing we're gonna do, connect to the try hack me VPN. Then I know what room I want to do, so I'm going to make the folder now and set up the terminal environment. Tmux is one of my secret weapons. Come on. Battery. There we go. Interesting that it's a exact string search. So I poked at this last night enough to see XML, but I wasn't able to go too far with it. So hopefully we'll be able to pull something off here. While this is spinning up, let me tell you a little bit about the tooling that I'm going to use. So I'm a Rust person. So for my port scanner, I like to use RustScan. And what's cool about RustScan is it's crazy fast, and then what it'll do is do a light tap. Yeah. Rustations represent. It'll do a light tap on all of the ports, and then anything that it finds that's open, it will send that over to Nmap with the scripts that you want it to run, and the options that you want it to run. So pretty handy kind of like pre-game for Nmap rather than having to waste your time doing the full the whole smash on every port. Alrighty. Sudo rust scan. So what we're doing here is allocating our pool, setting up the address, and then after the dash dashes come the nmap options. And we'll call that battery. We'll let that go to work. 22 and 80. All right. Let me get over to Zap again and just clear out this context and set it up for this. And just get that IP address here. If you choose to run rust scan in real life, be careful what you throw it at, because it is fast enough to DOS something. All right, just 22 and 80. All right, nmap is getting started. Battery, designed by Cyberbot. Okay. Anything in source here? Nope. What does Wappalizer tell us? Wappalizer tells us that we're Apache 247 and we're using Ubuntu. All right, nothing particularly special here so far. We don't know what battery is. All right, let's see here. Okay. And map told us what? Very little. Okay. Well, that's fine. The next tool in the Rust toolchain that we're going to use is Ferox Buster. Ferox Buster is like Durbuster or GoBuster or whatever, but I happen to like the way that it runs. It's recursive by default. It's fast as hell, and I just like its interface. So we're gonna fire that off, and we're gonna use yeah, we'll use the big list, but we're going to add the extension PHP because it's it's an Apache server. And there we go. It even has emoji. What's not to love? Yes, I can show my Rust scan incantation again. So what we've got is rust scan. The B you can add. This is your essentially like your memory pool. And then your -A for address. It'll also take a -R if you want to give it a manual port range. By default, it'll do top 1000. And then after the 2 dashes, you give it the nmap flags. So I do a stealth syn, and then all scripts and output text to my text file there. Oh, dope. We have a register.php that we found. We'll go visit that. Okay. Let's see. I'll register. Bob. I'll join bank ABC. Password of Bob. It shouldn't even let me in with that. It's too short. This bank doesn't care. Short passwords all around. And wait, login is just admin.php? There's no login.php? Alright, let me zoom this in a little bit just so it's easier to see for y'all. Bob. Oh, okay, it's a bank. Yeah, okay. Scripts. Scripts to the 301. Okay, if you find during your discovery, if you're doing this, if you find a response code of 301 without a file extension, what you have, friends, is directory indexing. So if I were to duplicate this tab and go to /scripts, I now have folders. Now, there doesn't appear to be anything particularly special in the scripts folder. It's just some jQuery, JavaScript nonsense. I don't know why this is here. But this tells us that we have directory indexing, which is bad news if they've left something spicy for us to find. All right, there's dashboard.php. X the developer, thank you so much for the follow. For a second, I was looking at this GIF. I'm like, damn, it's going really fast. No, that's just the GIF. Close out these. And, all right, so here we are in our dashboard, which we found. Let's again just check the source to be thorough to see if there's anything. So we have some links here, which we can actually spider with Zap. Let me include this in context. And yeah, we can spider this. It should find some stuff. It didn't, probably because it didn't have the right, yeah, because it didn't have the right stuff. Early on, thank you so much for the follow. Yeah, this isn't the right data, so we'd have to give it the right authentication stuff for it to actually go find stuff. But we have some things to play with here anyway. So with depot, tra, ack, forms, logout.php. This is interesting, command. All right. Oh, this music is not great. We can do better than this. You know what? I think it's time for an injection of the midnight. I think we need... Yeah. All right. And if you're not following the Midnight on Twitch, go do it. Go subscribe. Maybe after this stream, but... Support bands that are DMCA friendly. All right. We've got our dashboard. We got withdraw money. I don't have any money. Can I withdraw money anyway? Okay. I don't think that does anything. Can I transfer money? Oh, interesting. I would need somebody else's account number. Can I deposit money? Nice. Except, not really, right? These the instrumentals? No, it's real. Okay. Let's go to my account. Only admins can access this page. Oh. And then it kicks me out? That's not nice. No cookies, so it doesn't look like... I have, like an is-admin cookie or anything stupid like that I can abuse. Let's go back to register.php and log back in. Let's go back in as Bob, just in case. There's more to find there. Oh wait, no. There was login, there we go. Bob. Okay, and if I click on command, presumably I'm gonna get kicked out the same way. Yeah. Huh, alright. Ooh, what's this report? It's big. Oh, it's a thing. It's a thing. Well, that's interesting. Okay. What kind of a thing is it? It's an executable. Alright. I didn't expect this to go this way, but it's a 64-bit Linux executable, which means we can do some dumb stuff with it. Let's throw strings at it just in case. Oh, fun. That actually worked. We got users out of it. So, this report has a list of users, including admin at bank.a. This also may suggest that if we change what we're accessing to bank.a, there's more to find rather than the raw IP. But, you know, try-hack-me doesn't do that so much, and when they do, it's like .thm rather than this bank.a. So, I'm not so sure about that. It doesn't seem to have been blocking us so far. Okay. So we have these users. Can I try doing dumb stuff to try to log in? Hey, Bill. Thanks for the follow. If I try to register as like space admin. Yeah, it is what gets returned, but we can run the thing. It's a 64-bit Linux executable. Now, all right, I'm gonna reverse this a little bit. I'm gonna fire up Radar 2 and analyze this thing, just because I can. And let's see what's going on here. Oh Lord. Okay. All right, there's our string compare. So that's where we're checking the password. Right here. In case anybody's curious what we're looking at the assembly. This is so when a binary is compiled, right, from, let's say, C. Yeah, I didn't expect it to go this way either. But yeah, so let's say you write a program in C. Before it becomes zeros and ones that the CPU is going to interpret, it becomes this language here, which is assembly. And so when you can, with the right tool, you can pull it back that one step into the assembly instructions, the bytes that make up the binary. And this tool called Radar 2 is the disassembler that I use to read stuff. There are other tools that you can pay money for, but I don't wanna. Yeah, you know what's... So here's the thing about Try Hack Me challenges. It is very author-specific. It is, I think, because it's very, democratic, anybody can make a box. I don't know if that's true for Hack the Box. I think there's some sort of vetting process for Hack the Box, which THM doesn't have so much. And that's good news most of the time. It also can mean that sometimes their difficulty ratings are all over the map. But you know what? Hack the Box difficulty ratings are also, like, meaningless. Okay, so let's see. We have this, we have puts, which is like writing string to the output. We have printf, which is doing the same thing, but with a format string. And, right, okay. We have scanf. Yeah, exactly right, exactly right. Or like, it's easy if you've worked with this piece of software exactly before, and completely incomprehensible if you haven't. This guest is interesting. Can I log in as guest? All right. No. Can I log into the report, though? That's security through obscurity. No one would think that guest is the admin. Okay, but I can log into the report as guest. Okay, thanks for all the users. This isn't doing anything, I don't think. It's not like... I didn't see anything that suggested that it was making network connections out or doing anything fun like that. But if I... Can I add users? No. Can we change the password? Yeah, but not really, though, right? Because it wasn't making any network connections. There's nothing... Yeah, no. That's... I think the entire purpose of this binary is to give us the list of users. Because I think it's like... I'm going to try to register as space admin at bank.a to see if it's doing something weird like that. Ooh. Interesting. I can't register with a space because there's a limit on the size. Max length 12. Now I can override that. Let's try that. And you bet my password's going to be admin. Okay, so let's try that. Hmm. What if... Let's try a different register. I caught the register in my history here, so let's try to rerun that. And instead of a space... let's try it with a null byte. Something bad happened. Let's get back in as Bob. I should still have the code for this page in Zap, because that redirect was JavaScript, so it's still loaded. Oh, but it might not actually have anything. If it was done correctly, but let's see. Where is forms? Oh, snap. It did have something. There's your XML. This is what I saw before. And let me open this up and get the response so we can see it in a slightly larger view. Okay, on-click XML function. So there's a message that you can send. And where are we sending it? We're sending it to just forms.php. Okay. All right. Now we're getting somewhere. So let's take this XML and we're going to change this method to post. And the body is just going to be text. We'll clean this up. And then we'll use the same principle that we did over at Portswigger. Hepsirik, I hope I'm saying that right. Thank you so much for the follow. Search stuff out. Yeah. Okay. Interesting. Now, what are these values supposed to be? If we look at the name, it's actually the account number, which we have no idea. And the search is whatever we're searching for. Well, it doesn't really matter because we are going to get our basic detection going in here anyway. Now, I can't call it doc type root, I don't think, because I already have a root. Actually, maybe I can. Yeah. Ampersand. And search ampersand IT. It says only admins can access this page. So I still got to get in as an admin somehow. Well, I suppose there's always good old brute forcing, but I don't want to do that. That seems kind of lame. Is this just a post? Probably. Yeah. Yeah. What happens if I try to... Did I try to register? I did. I tried to register with the null byte. That didn't work so well. What if I try to register with admin? Oh, maybe it parses the XML anyway. Try listening on support locally and try including that the way you did the AWS key stuff. I like that idea. All right, let's set something up. Listen. Yeah, I like that. So let's reopen this. And yeah, right here. 10.13.7.20 for 8,000. I don't think so. Because if I think about the PHP that's in there probably doing this, it's probably the first thing that it does, right? Is it's checking for admin status in the session, and then if that doesn't happen, then and you can even see, so it's rendering this script alert only admins can access this page. So that's probably like the first if branch of the PHP, and then only if that passes, only the penitent man will pass, is what I'm trying to say. Is it just, you think it's just admin? Let's try registering with a null byte with just admin. Oh, no, absolutely worth trying it, for sure. Yeah, let's just try. Okay, registered successfully. Let's try logging in. Exquisite. Why don't we try it on the other end? Oh, snap! Null bytes, baby. All right, progress. All right, can I get to my account for real? Yes, I can. Interesting. Let's see what this does. Does this also do XML? No, not really. But we can get to command, which does. Yeah, that's fine. I don't care about account number not being active. So, okay. Interesting. So it's pulling in the name, right? Well, we're going to just breakpoint this and inject whatever we want in anyway. So I don't have to be too clever with trying to inject through this text box, because I'm going to stop the transmission with Zap and then make it whatever I want. So let me turn brakes on. This, by the way, if you're used to using Burp Suite, is like, I think, one of the saner defaults, which is that by default in Burp Suite, interrupts are on across the board. But in Zap, you have to specifically turn them on. And even, I don't know, I think it's also easier to turn them on. You can turn them on by URL. So like if I wanted to set up just a break for a register, I just put a breakpoint there, which I don't know, I find a little bit easier. And then I get a breakpoints window that I can just enable and disable. Okay, so yeah. Okay, so now we get to do this. They do. They actually, I mean, they slow down. That's one of the reasons I started using Zap in the first place, was like, I did not have time for the lobotomized version of Burp Intruder. I mean, look, all of these tools were designed, the UI was designed by psychopaths. Or I should say, developers that never took a course in design. That's how that goes. Did Ferox Buster find anything else? Just occurred to me that I never looked. Oh, I'm still in the break. I gotta. Hey. Yeah. I can't get started talking about Java. I won't stop. So when I was running my own business as a consultant, I could absolutely justify the cost of Burp Suite. As an employee, I shouldn't have to, but I'm, you know, blue team by day, so our adversary emulation is like kind of a new thing. Okay, let's see what happens here. Did anything happen? There we go. Okay, we've got a cyber user. We've got a Yash. Okay. I'm so glad that worked. I'm so glad we were able to apply what we did in Portswigger here. Yeah, the open core model or something like that. Hey, thanks for the Psycho. Thank you for the follow. All right, so we have some users. I'm gonna save this. Damn, that's cool. You know, generally speaking, folks don't like going after security. Well, I guess the good guys. The problem is that the good guys wouldn't crack it, and I don't know. Can I get my color scheme? Yeah, there we go. Okay, so I've got a cyber user and a Yash user. But I don't really know what to look for here. Oh, but I can include, I probably can include, I can make some educated guesses here. Like var www/html/index.php. Oh? No. Interesting. It's Apache. I would expect it to be in here. Oh, wait, because there is no index.php. There is, however, a forms.php. That didn't work either. That's what I want. I want it to go straight to root. File // Yeah, that's root var dub and forms. Oh, good point. I see what you're saying. Relative pathing. But, like, it definitely is running it from there, right? I'm literally submitting to forms.php, so it's not pulling that back. That's interesting. And I can still get Etsy password, right? Nothing broke. Yeah, that worked. Am I running to an XXE limitation? It's like file size or something? If you oh. You think the tags in the PHP file might be messing it up? I bet you're right. What do you got for me, depth security? Wait, what? Okay, well, this we have to try. But you know... No, you know what? Let's try this a little bit differently. Let's try it this way. Ah. Oop. Don't think the PHP expect module is loaded, so unfortunately I can't get that one. But does that wait? Does that mean I could use like base64 encode? Like the PHP base64 encode thing? Or the input rather? I always forget how to do that. Yeah, that. Let me just make sure I didn't break anything else in the syntax here, just to see if, make sure I can still get Etsy password, and then we'll move forward. Yeah, that still's good. So... filter. Resource equals... Let's, again, try to get Etsy password, just to confirm that I can do the thing. Oh, wait, hold on a second. That doesn't look right. Ooh, cool. Thank you. Thank you for that link. Oh, cool. Oh, okay. Ah, here we go. Oh, interesting. So we had the readillegal.dtd. I think the problem... Well, I guess if I host it... Yeah. So if I save this... serve that up. Okay. Okay. So... try this. Okay, two different entities. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to, if this works, trying to get the PHP to be included by escaping the illegal characters by including this external DTD. Okay, so that would be at. Yeah, when you're making a content, I think that's the deal. This is why I think I had so much trouble with XML. in the first place is that there's so many like weird parts of the syntax that I just have never learned. See if this even includes it. Hey, hey. It read. Something hit my server. I'm still... Alright, let's see if... Again, let's just confirm that we haven't broken anything. Oh, interesting. That didn't fill in at all. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. Yeah. I didn't rename MT. You're right. Oh, it's got to be percent, right? No? Oh, file content. Got you. I see. There we go. Okay, we got that back. Okay, so we got Etsy password. Now let's see if we can get forms.php. All right. I don't know what's up here. We're obviously getting Etsy password, which is good news. Yeah. Well, maybe it does. Okay, we know that index.html exists. Yo. Got that. Okay. So... Wait, hang on. I'm being stupid. We should just go after HT password. If there even is one. Yeah, it's still not liking PHP. Let's take a look at this illegal. Yeah, I can't remember those. Try cdata file content? Okay. Psycho, should I put that inside of the root? I gotta learn me some more about how C data works. If the file can... okay. So maybe, yeah? Oh, it should be an ampersand. Okay, I was going to ask about that. All right. Let's again just see if regular good stuff works. Oh, it doesn't. Why is that true? Something's wrong here. No, it's not. So if you put something in C data tags, it's already escaped. So how can we trigger files? Let me see if we can. All right, let's back out of this rabbit hole for just a second. Okay, let's back out of this for a second. There are a few other things that we might be able to pull without the escaping nonsense. Let's get back to where we could actually read Etsy password. Because... okay. Because there are a few things that we can do here, that we can try. For example, we've got 2 users, and one of them might have an SSH key that I can read. No. Worth a try. No. Well, am I good with stuff with Burial? Am I good with stuff like lead code challenges? No. And I don't. I spent some time on Code Wars. Yeah, good call. Yeah, that's what I thought. I was like, yeah, sure, see. Or just grab profile. Now, interestingly, Yash might not have one because it's using a different shell. Here's my quick take on Code Wars and like Leak Code and what else? Code in Game, all of those. when I write software, when I write any kind of code, it's, it has to be contextual to the problem at hand. And a lot of times those just aren't. And my brain shuts down. It's the same thing that I experienced when I was in school and I had a math problem, like a word problem in front of me. I can't, that is just not how I work. I have to have the thing in front of me, and then I can kind of connect the dots. But if you tell me, oh, I need to create a square of sums, but in an X by X grid, I don't know. That's not the way that problems usually work. Alright, so it doesn't look like we can read this anyway. Okay, so we're having trouble reading other stuff. We can read index.html, which is interesting. Was there anything else? And we can read the report, I bet. Was there anything else that we discovered that was of interest? Etsy Shadow. That would be interesting. root/root.text. No. All right. That's it. That I was thinking something along those lines where, let's see, Apache 2. Is that right? Yeah. Is it just apache.conf? Hold on a second. On Ubuntu? (1404). You're ancient. Interesting. What was the version of SSH that I had? Yeah. So I can definitely include stuff in Etsy. What is it? Apache 2 / sites enabled / default, right? Sites. No, it's like 000 default, right? Did they actually go to the trouble of renaming it? No. Okay. Ubuntu 1404 Apache. I can't execute code. Right? Yeah. No, I don't think so. It is http.conf. No, it should be, yeah, 1404, Etsy Apache 2, Apache 2.conf. Huh. Tricky. Let's see. Nope, I want XXE. Not XXX. That would have been a bad one on stream. I suspect that the user folders are actually permissioned correctly and that dub data can't read jack. Yeah. Okay, we're there. Having the PHP expect module installed can result in code. Does php.ini list modules? It doesn't, right? Oh, no, it does. Maybe. Interesting. Good to know. Oh, they're using the IFS. That's interesting. I'm going to try this. I feel like the expect is, especially on 1404, I feel like we're close there. Oops. Guess I don't need this. And no, but we will do ls. Let's just try ls. Nope, gotta get rid of this. Turn it back into file, right? Or empty if I were less lazy. I tried expect, but I was wondering if what I tried was like, oh, because I tried with ID. Yeah. No dice there. I mean, I have a bunch of users, and I have an SSH port open. So whatever. Right. We'll try that. Just in case. Yeah. Nah. That's okay. I don't expect this to work, but why not? Okay. Hydra L. Yeah. Oh, you know what? I better check on my timer. 10.10.32.58. And it's SSH. Oh, Hydra. I'm not going to use RockU, actually. I'm going to try something a little bit smaller, just in case. Hey, Tater. Do I have fast track in here? No. Use a shared word lists. Fast track. There's like no way this is gonna work, but you know, worth a shot. Our Google Who could be better. That's literally what I searched for before. PHP on serialization. Okay, maybe this is closer to what we like. There's a HackerOne report about this? So there's a bunch of stuff in SecList that I like too. That's a lot smaller. Okay, that's not quite. Oh, interesting. Not quite what we're looking for there. Yeah, we know that MySQL should... Well, we actually don't. We don't know anything about how this stuff is getting loaded. It could be, though. Yeah, no, that didn't work. I didn't expect it to, but, you know, worth a try. Okay, here we go. Hmm. No, I don't have RCE yet. I just have local file inclusion. And in particular, oh, wild, look at this. No, I thought we tried this. But I'll try it again, just in case. Oh, wait, hang on a second. Payloads all the things. Did it have the secret the whole time? Freaking, of course it did. Oh, wild. Okay, so let's try that. Boy, it doesn't like that syntax, but fine. Okay. Okay, so now this seems to be still taking advantage of the PHP filter stuff that I don't think we can do, but maybe we can. And how do I include it? SP param1 and then just call it xfill because it's getting filled through there. Interesting. Okay. That's so cool. Remember to, yes. Yeah. Thank you. Wait, is that, should that stay correct? I think that stays what it is. Yes, no? Because if this is, maybe not. Also, it should be 48,000 if that's right. Hey Tater, thanks for the follow. Yeah, okay. Understood. Oh, snap. Okay, let's see if that worked. I mean, we got stuff, but let's see. Have new, and then T-Mux, my other secret weapon. Okay. Okay. Fingers crossed. Yeah, I'm crying too. Only barely on the inside. Hey! Are you kidding me? Let me run this again. So I can get index.html. Oh, it looks like I only need one of these. Yeah. So I can get index.html. Can I get yeah. That's true. PHP works. We can try expect. Mm-mm. I don't think the PHP module is included, but this is. But, okay, hang on a second. There's other stuff that we can get, right? There's just to prove a point here. Because there's like... There's index.html. There isn't a robots.txt. But there is... Oh, yeah. There's a script/IE. Yeah. Let's try that. This should be tiny, but it should be something. No? I'm not getting jQuery. Can I get icons? What was that? It was back.gif. No, there's something going on here about the way this is done. Index.html and the rest of this have to live in... Okay, wait a second. No. Unless it's like up a level. Nah. I can't imagine this is gonna work, but try it. No. What is going on? Okay, so I still get that. Can I get, like... Yeah, I tried the .ssh on the user. That was the right path for SSH config, right? I haven't forgotten everything that I know. Okay. I think that the security on this is actually pretty well sorted. But then why... Was there some other clue in the Etsy password? Dub data is home is far dub. And there's no other weird... Let's see. Yeah, proc self ID. I'll give that a shot. May our luck improve. Interesting what we can and can't read. We can read, like, if I try Etsy environment, I should get this back. Yeah, I checked both homes. Yeah, see, I can read Etsy environment. But I can't read... Proc, I can't read... Yeah. Ugh. Proc self FT0. I want to back out of this rabbit hole just for a second. In the event there's some other thing that's going on. Can't read shadow. No. Yeah, I want varlib mysql. Let's see if we can read the MySQL configuration. That might have not been right. You know, somebody had said earlier that, you know, is this a Docker container maybe? And if it were, I wouldn't expect to have any users and password unless they were really clever about it. So, I think we're working with a real machine here. All right. When in doubt, go back to recon. I don't think we have another port, but maybe... there's something else to be discovered in... nope. Oh, do I not have... hold on a second. Discovery, web content, directory, list, lowercase. Yeah. This is a good list. Yeah, I have that feeling too. I'm just being paranoid. The thing is that we can... here's what's messing me up. We can read some files that we know are there, but we can't read other files that we know are there. Even with this technique that we know is working. Right? So if I... right, because I can read Etsy password just fine. I can read Etsy environment just fine. And, by the way, let's just try... because this theoretically is in the same path, right? So let's try reading index.html. totally works. What about Etsy scale? You know? That's a folder, isn't it? It's not gonna help. But like... Oh, what? We got one. Are you kidding me? Go away, Fair X Buster. We don't need you anymore. Jeez. My current pandemic fantasy is sailboat related. So I feel ya. God, that rules. Oh. Alright, I'm gonna leave this up just in case I still need it. Leave that SSH server rolling. Where we cyber. And the hell is this? 3258. What's hilarious is that we haven't even gotten this first flag yet. Unless it's in this piece of code. Ah! Well, we earned that one, friends. So that was the base flag. That's not even the user flag. All right, well... Cute. We can close this out, I think. And I think we can close this out, too. All right. Basics first. What? No, it can't be that easy. Oh, no, it's not. Because root owns run.py. I can't even read it. What does it do? Yeah, look at those permissions. They did this right. Yeah. It. But something unusual happened from my end. Yeah, Peace Spy's coming. I also have linpiece queued up and ready to go. That's probably my first next move. Okay, so we didn't miss anything in there. I think we're done with the web portion of this. Samba share is weird, but I don't think that's what we're looking at here. All right. These scripts. Privilege. Wait, what? Oh, yeah, there it is. I forgot I renamed it. I love Linux systems because you don't have to worry about putting something on disk most of the time. Can I get a shell with Python? I can get a shell, but I can't get an elevated shell beyond what I have. Well, I guess I don't know that for sure because I haven't... Here, let's do this manually. We'll look for anything with the permissions with the SUID set. Okay? But the the Python shell won't, I don't think, give me anything fun. Nothing special in there. How can you not love this little guy? He went by really fast. Adorable. Hey, MySQL is running, so good call on that. Did we see anything else fun in here? I mean, it's 1404, so if we really needed to, we could just do like a dirty cow or something like that and call it a day. Actually, it's old enough that I think there are a couple of sudo vulnerabilities that would do it as well. Yeah, they're all running on AWS. Maybe. I don't think so. Linpiece is freezing up for some reason. Let's get over to Linux exploit suggester. Well, yeah, but where? I don't think TryHackMe has its own data center. Oh, interesting. Why not? I mean, that's how a Cloud Guru does it. Formerly Linux Academy, right? They use their API to spin up EC2 instances on their dime. No, no. I mean, I don't think they use bare metal. I think they pay AWS. That's why that's what the subscription's for. EC2 instances are VMs. I'm saying that the EC2 instance is spun up on demand. And so we're inside the EC, like a baby, like a micro EC2 instance. And then when we hit terminate, it goes away. Oh, wait. I did something dumb, didn't I? Yes. Okay. I know this isn't like the way that we're supposed to do it, but whatever. Yeah, dirty cow. Oh man, the PW... Yeah, that's not the one that I wanted, really. Maybe they are. It could be all VC. Yeah, that's the PW feedback one is the one with the SUID of number of -1. I usually I have like a laser target for PW feedback. And insults. If you've never enabled insults in your sudoers file, definitely do it. When you type your password wrong, the kernel will make fun of you. I don't know. I'm feeling good about Dirty Cow. I always forget which one of these it is, though. No. Does that look right? That doesn't look right. This looks right. Okay. So we'll mirror it over MV406. to cow.c, and we'll fire up Python server there. We'll go get it. You think? I thought... Let's look at it. Yeah, this isn't the one that does, you know what? There it is. I have a py file I'm running as root. But I can only run that I can only run that Python file as root. Hmm. This is doing its thing.
Look, I know you miss her, man. But you can't keep doing this to yourself. She's moved on. Meanwhile, you're out there just walking the streets at night, alone, in a river of darkness.
Really should have changed the name from Firefart to something else, but whatever. Oh, I see what you're saying. I could use the other dirty cow to write to the Python file. Yeah. This freeze my shell? It may have. Yeah, this might have crashed. In which case, I'm gonna have to do this whole nonsense again. Because, like an idiot, I didn't save the creds. And I closed that Vim session, didn't I? What's happening? Oh. Oh, super secure password. That's what it was. Not super secret. Oh, I killed the box. I sure did. Alright, well, friends, it's been 2.5 hours. I think I'm going to get out of here. But, let's see. Can we send you someplace else? Where do we want to go? Let's send you to 20C stream. Alright. Alright, friends. Thanks for hanging out. I will be back on Saturday. Actually, I'll be back tomorrow. Just kidding. I'll be back tomorrow doing F#, if anyone wants to see some F# coding. And then Saturday, doing defensive stuff, blue team stuff. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for the follows. We'll see you next time. Happy hacking.